bro. I can't see it. Oh, there it goes.
Welcome back, Lore Quads, to another episode of The Batch Lore Podcast. I'm your host, Quinn Marsh. This is my co-host, Josiah Lashley.
Yo.
And today we're going over episode 7.
Breaking out another episode for you all.
Yeah.
And,
we forgot to celebrate this an episode or two ago. We broke the 6-episode curse.
Yeah, true.
That most podcasts cannot overcome.
Yes. As you can tell, we are committed.
Yeah. I think this being episode 7 of Jen's season is episode 8 for us. So
yeah, true.
We're 2 past.
We are 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, Quinn, well, what dessert do you got for us tonight?
Oh, okay. Actually, I'll hold off
We'll
on
just
that.
jump right back. Right into the desserts.
Yeah, I almost forgot myself. So we have some, it's not my most original dessert. We have some redacted, some redacted milk and cookies.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, we are in no talks with anyone as of yet.
True.
But for all you executive lore quads out there,
yeah.
we're open.
Yeah.
We are open.
Lore quads that work there, you know what we're flexing.
You know who you are.
Well, I got some
yeah, what do you
special.
have? Oh, all right.
So,
we've been on a bit of a rut of
yeah, exactly.
popsicles.
I felt the need to step it up.
I'm excited.
So yeah, like me and Maddie had Thai food tonight, and one of the favorite desserts in Thai food is this thing called mango sticky rice.
Ooh.
So what you do is you make some rice and you like make some coconut milk and like simmer it down, and then you soak it in, and then you put mango on there too.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've never had this. He's shaking.
It's fire. It is quite fire.
Wow. That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's like rice pudding almost, but
Okay.
like a little bit sweeter. And this one I didn't quite nail it, but when you get the rice like stickier, like more sticky together, and then with the mango, it's like it's a different texture. But this is more like rice pudding with mango.
Yeah.
This is my first time making it, so
yeah, you gotta experiment around a little bit.
But it's fire.
Awesome.
But
how is it? So coconut milk.
yes, coconut milk.
Huh. What if you used cow milk?
You
What
know,
happened? Would it?
it probably just tastes like cow milk. Because you can taste the coconuts in here, you know.
You can taste the coconuts.
You could taste the coconuts. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess it would really taste like rice pudding then, because rice pudding is made with normal milk.
Oh,
So, yeah,
okay.
I guess that's the difference. It's like rice pudding, but imagine it was like coconutty, the milk, and then with mango. So that's why you need the coconutty for the mango, because it has like a more like tropical.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So yeah,
I was thinking maybe it would just, the world would just end.
yeah, true.
I don't know if you know this reference. This is a really obscure reference, but do you ever watch Llamas with Hats? Growing up?
I've never even heard of that.
Really? Oh wow, they're pretty good. But it's these. it's just like YouTube series.
Is it like Charlie Candy Mountain? Or no,
Similar.
those are
It's almost like Charlie's cousins,
oh.
like in vibe. But they're llamas and they have hats.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Wow.
But I'm
They
getting
definitely look like
I'm
cousins
getting
of
to the
Charlie.
reference. But basically, there's always the one causing havoc is Carl, and then there's always the normal one. Yeah, Carl. So, yeah, and they always like the havoc has already happened when you're watching them. You're just watching them talk about it, and it's like, Carl, what did you do? But one episode, there's like an absolute apocalypse going on in the background.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's like, Carl, what did you do? I ripped the tag off a mattress. So he's like, do not remove this tag.
Yeah. That's funny.
Anyways, that's why you don't do cow milk
Oh, yeah.
in this dessert.
The world will fall apart.
Yeah.
Well, if you're wondering why my setup's different, Quinn, is because it finally happened, you know, and I'm going to do it live IRL.
In IRL life.
I almost fell again. Wow. So I always lean back in my chair.
Yeah.
And I've gotten close, just like now. That was honestly a really close one.
Oh, yeah, that would have been great for the pod.
Yeah, and I was in the middle of a work meeting,
Yeah.
and I actually fell back all the
No
way.
way.
And then I, like, shook my whole desk, you know. And then my monitor fell, and it cracked.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it. So I have a new one right now, but my old one's right there.
Because you had one of those big, like, curved ones.
Really?
It
wasn't
just
curved. It was just long.
But it was a double
This
wide.
one's curved, though. This new one's curved.
Oh, okay. Now you're on the curved one.
Hopefully this will show up on the pod. Oh, yeah. I guess it's reflected of you.
Well, I see me. I saw myself in there. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I'm pretty good
Not
crack.
good. Dang, what did the work friends have to say?
Oh, they were so sweet. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine." So that was funny.
It's just my dignity.
Just my dignity, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's hilarious, actually. But sorry about your monitor.
yeah. It happens. It was a long time coming, so I'm
But we're
trying not
back.
to sit back in my chair as much anymore. But
Okay.
anyways, thoughts on the episode, Squilliam?
Yeah. Thoughts? It's pretty standard hometown. There's a couple interesting notes, but yeah, there wasn't any like aerial level death threat families, like mob boss type families going on.
Yeah.
It
was one of
there's
those.
some fun stuff.
Yeah, it was one of those things where Jeremy's hometown, for him, in order to get the rose, like he was already playing behind,
Yeah.
and I had like, okay, I really realized it this time, but I've realized this other thing before, but like the hometown really is just like how okay your parents are with the process. If they're not okay with the process, like normal people, they're skeptical. It always goes rough. But if they're okay with the process, then it's good. But I remember before, just like I said, I was always like, oh, if they're normal, yeah, of course you'd be like, oh, I don't know about this. How do you really know them? But dude, I realized that's not what being a parent is, bro. A parent is being trusting your kid and being like, yeah, you know, I hope it goes well, and if it breaks your heart, I'm here to support you. Because like it's one of those things where they're like, oh, you know, I just don't want to see him heartbroken. It's kind of like that's not up to you, you know. Like as much as you would want to not see him heartbroken, it's not really up to you.
And that's going deeper even. That's not the goal of life. Like the goal of life is not to not get heartbroken. You know, it's not to avoid trauma and any pain at all costs. Like that's part of living.
That is.
No pain, no gain.
What's that one song? I remember you were telling me and you liked it. It was like, it was about a breakup or something. And he was singing to his ex. He said like, I hope it hurts or something.
Oh,
not like
it's
like,
Andy Grammer.
Okay, yeah. Not
Is
like,
it I hope you feel pain?
Yeah.
I hope you feel pain.
But it was like, yeah, I hope, you know.
Yeah.
This was something.
Well, I think he's talking to his kid, maybe, or something. Like, I hope you feel pain.
Oh, I'm tripping then. Okay, yeah. But
there could be another one. But it comes off so edgy if you don't know.
Yeah.
I hope you feel pain. Yeah, you know, so just to give some examples of what you're talking about, I'll just jump right in. because I agree with what you're saying, 100%. We have the two extremes, dude. We have Jeremy's family being so weird, and his mom uttered those exact words, like, I just don't want to see him heartbroken, when she was talking to Jen. And if you're Jen, what the heck are you supposed to say, man? Like, I don't know. Like, he's on the wrong show then. You have a 1 in 25 chance showing up. It's not good odds. And then on the other end of the spectrum, do you know who I'm thinking of, dude? They clutched it. Like, every contestant in the future needs to hire this girl just to pretend to be in their family for the week.
Was it Jonathan's family?
Yes.
Yeah, they clutched it.
His whole family, especially the sister, though.
Oh, that's true. With like, yeah.
But the mom too. But the sister, I think. See if I could get her quote right. But she said, "You got to play big to win big." But that also means you could lose big. But even if so, you're going to be glad you put it all out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn! Like, that summarizes what a good hometown looks like.
Yeah. It also helped with them because they had met really quickly and got married quickly, you know?
Right. That guy had such a funny vibe.
Yeah, he did.
I called him...
I just don't want John to get hurt.
I called him Ted Cruz Jr.
Nice.
Did you see that?
Just in the way he looked or the way he talked?
Just the way he looked. He just looked
funny.
like a skinny Ted Cruz.
The only thing I know about Ted Cruz, there's two things I know about Ted Cruz. There's one, the Zodiac killer. You know, actually three things. So there's people called him like the Zodiac killer because, I live in San Francisco. You know, the Zodiac killer is still at large technically.
Yeah.
But anyways, the sketch artist, the sketch of the Zodiac killer, kind of looks like Ted Cruz, so that's the joke. They used the Zodiac killer.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
So number one. Number two, he looks just like Kevin Malone from The Office. And then number three is that when he was talking about basketball, he called it a basketball ring instead of a hoop. I just thought that was funny.
A basketball ring.
But anyways.
But yeah, people in future Bachelor generations need to just hire Jonathan's sister and say, hey, be a part of my family this week.
Yes.
It's just, yeah. Honestly, I wonder, we could probably write like a short little book or pamphlet on like how to, I don't know, how to win the Bachelor. There's already books on that, but
there was a contestant, I'm blanking on who, but it was like, remember like Caitlyn Bristow and Tayshia like went through his stuff. And they found like
that was so unfortunate.
That was so
such an invasion of privacy.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, that was crazy.
Because also, like, know, so many contestants do this stuff, and not only that,
their stuff is wild.
In this guy's case, he actually, I believed him when he said it. Though he's like, my family printed all this stuff out for me. Like, I did not look into any of this stuff personally. Like, my family gave it to me and I read it on the plane or something. And it's like, of course his family's all excited for him. They want him to do well. Like, they printed him out some information. I mean, that's like a loving family.
Dude,
anyways, but they just saw it as so creepy.
Yeah.
Which I hear them, but also you gotta think one level below surface level. It's like, dude, that's just normal stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. I feel like if I had a friend that was going on, I would coach him, be like, all right, this is what
right? Yeah.
All right, what are you going for? You going for the love role or are you going for the screen time role?
True, you gotta ask them what they want first. Not everyone wants to win.
No, you could tell me if you're not here for the right reasons, but
yeah,
that's funny.
It's like the Bachelor coach contestant confidentiality.
True.
So, yeah, you can tell me if you're not here for the right reasons. I won't
That's
tell.
very, very true. But yeah,
What
that
are
was
all the
more
roles?
Bachelor for you?
What are all the roles you want that someone could want
You
to
would
have? Like, because you could also want to be the next lead. That's the next Bachelor.
course.
That could be your role too, or your
Yeah,
goal.
then you got to go. Yeah, I feel like, just get heartbroken, I guess. I don't know, be a fan favorite, get heartbroken.
Go on Paradise.
Yeah, so
That could be
that
another
was the first
goal.
thing when Jeremy, like, got inished. Which, by the way, was, in a weird way, kind of one of the funnier inishes I've seen. Because he was, like, so confident. Like, that was weird. We can talk about this for a moment.
Yeah.
After they all do their hometowns, they went and had a beer together.
Dude, I've never seen that.
That
It's
was
pretty
wild
chill.
to me.
I liked it.
I did like it. I think,
Yeah.
they did it to prelude this Marcus thing. But yeah, in that
Yeah.
thing, Jonathan was, like, so confident. And I felt like...
Or Jeremy.
Sorry, Jeremy.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jeremy was, like, one of those things where... I don't know about you, but especially, like, after his hometown, I was like, dude, he's already behind. His hometown wasn't the greatest. He's done. Like, I felt like you knew he was done right away.
Yeah.
Unless...
Behind, creepy family. Sorry.
Creepy.
They weren't that creepy, but, like, there's so many things that... If you roll with it, it's hilarious, because there's the lake... Creepy.
Yes.
He's like, this is my favorite park. It's like this rundown bog of a park.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
That was so weird.
I was.
I don't
Like,
know why
yeah,
they met there.
Yeah.
Why they met there and they went to the grocery store somewhere else.
They immediately
that was
left.
weird.
And then, then the grocery store is, of course, cursed.
Yeah.
And then his family was just
What is more
very...
creepy than animatronics, man?
Dude.
That's some of the most
I
creepy
was
shit.
just saying that. Yeah, like, animatronics is so creepy, dude.
So creepy.
Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah,
Oh.
this was Chuck E. Cheese, the grocery store.
Yeah. But yeah, it was interesting, though.
Sorry,
for sure.
I totally interrupted you, though. You were talking about some train of thought with, like, Jeremy and...
honestly, I don't think you did, actually. I think I was done.
Oh,
and you just picked
okay.
right up. But
okay, perfect.
if you need me to ramble more, just yeah.
No, you were going somewhere else. So Jeremy, yeah, but like you were saying, he was in last place going in, and he had the worst hometown.
Oh, the beer thing, I guess we were talking about.
Yeah, the beer thing, right, the beer thing.
Yeah,
Kabir. Like beer.
That'll be another story for the Lorquads. The Kabir story. Cal Poly
Lorquads.
Kabir story.
There's one to look forward to. The Kabir.
Maybe that'll be the
story.
finale or the
Yeah.
off season. Dude, you know what I did the other day? It was like the other night. It was me, Devin, and Andrew were playing games, and I was like, Devin, have I ever told you all the stories about my ex roommate Chase? And he's like, no. And I was like, dude, strap in. And it was like, me and Andrew just going down memory lane, just talking about all the crazy stories.
Dude,
about Chase.
yeah, there's
Dude, we
so
talked
many.
for hours. It was probably like 3
that's
hours of just
crazy.
stories on stories on stories about this guy. But I might share a few later.
That's good that you and Andrew were there, because when you have
reminiscing.
two of them, it's easy to like remember everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes. But anyways, the beer thing though, I did like that though. I thought that was very interesting, but it was also at the same time where it was like, there's just not much to talk about without it being like awkward, you know?
Yeah.
It reminded me of like Michelle's season when. Now this is the only time I remember this happening, but it was like fantasy suites.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, like, they all stayed in the same hotel room during fantasy suites.
Yeah, dude, I remember this.
Like, in the suite. They stayed, like, all in the same hotel suite. So, like, they would all be, like, chilling in the living room. And then, like, one of them would just get a date card. And it's like, oh, Nate, your date. And then he's just, like, they're just, like, sitting there and they're just, like, I guess I should get ready for my date.
You know what? They used to do that all the time.
Oh.
That used to be the standard process because you'd milk extra drama that way. Like, you know, it's like the classic, you know, having the guys sit there while one gets called for a one-on-one.
Yeah.
But this gets all the guys going like, you know what they're going to be doing. Like, and it's just extra uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't realize that. They've totally discontinued that
That was
practice,
like the last time I remember ever seeing it.
The one I remember is on Tasha's season, they were down to the final 3, and Brendan...
I wonder if it was like some COVID thing. Did they used to do that before?
Maybe.
Like in Hannah B's season, did they do that? In the windmill?
Just kidding. That's too funny. Yeah, the windmill. 4 times.
4 times?
I honestly don't remember. Maybe it wasn't that dramatic. But the one that was a little dramatic is Tasha's season. Because she had it down to Zach, Ivan, and Brendan, who ended up being a kind of a
fall
douchebag.
from grace.
Yeah, fall from grace. But he was such a kind of a front runner in his season, in Tasha's season. And he was a front runner up until Fantasy Suites. And then once he was confronted with the fact that, like, he just had to sit there for like 2 days while he wasn't going on a date, bro just crumbled.
Yeah.
Full on crumble, sent him self-eliminated. It was so
That
he
is
already
pretty
fell
crazy.
from grace in that point, but you know, everyone liked him still.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, "I'm not done falling."
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, so yeah, that's interesting. I'm sure they did it on Hannah B's and other seasons, but
Yeah. I was
they're
curious.
they're always like, you know, rearranging the
True. They're
kind
always
of the practice. They're always trying new things.
Very true.
Being like, that's not worth the drama. Who knows?
Yeah, very true.
So
But yeah, do you think Devin will have a fall from grace? Because I feel like they've kind of alluded to it, and I don't know how much you've seen the
Yeah.
previews.
yeah,
I
I've
don't
seen them all.
I don't analyze them.
Same.
because
I
feel
try
like-
not to think too much.
And I purposely, Bachelor fan take shout out. I purposely don't watch your preview videos because
Same.
they're basically spoilers.
He's so good.
He's
He's
so
too good.
I do go back.
I cannot watch them.
Oh, that's a fun story we could tell. Is like we go back and watch his night 1 preview.
Yeah. See
After
what he
we
got
finish
right.
the season and see how right he is. And the
Oh, yeah.
craziest one was Katie's season. Remember, like we went back, rewatched Katie's season, and he was like,
Oh my.
"Oh, this
gosh.
looks like Greg," and it was like
Wow.
dark in the light, and it was like this outline of a jacket. He's like, "I think Greg and her and like a very
Yeah.
end of a breakup."
He's like outline of a jacket with a buttonhole in it,
Yeah.
and then he goes and it's like a denim jacket on some other scene. It's like, holy crap, dude.
"Yeah, he was crazy."
Oh,
he
that
was
was
dead
insane.
on. He was dead on.
Yeah, and he predicted, he's like, he's making it to the end, but there's gonna be some kind of fallout. Like,
Mhm.
it was nuts, dude.
So,
But this
yeah.
season, he admittedly was like, I did not predict this. He's like,
True.
he just said on the Batman take for
yeah.
this. I watched it already, so you did too.
Yes.
Yeah, but he said, if you would have asked me, if you would have told me it was these 4, you know, bandage face. I forget all his nicknames for him, but oh yeah, and of course Jeremy's intro.
Jeremy's awful intro.
Marcus, the guy who only packed an American flag. And
Yeah.
anyway, it's like, and Pete Davidson.
And
like, I would've-
Yeah, that's.
I
what
would
it
have
was.
not believed you there.
Yeah. But yeah, talking more about Skeet, man, what a perfect hometown though. At least in the beginning
Yeah.
too. The running thing was perfect. I thought,
Dude,
Yeah. like, what a perfect day. He like,
it's one of the best I've ever seen.
yeah, honestly,
It was almost on the level. Actually, sorry, I'd say it was even maybe better than the level, same level as on Michelle's season. There was a like knitting date. He took her to his
Oh.
knitting club. Who
oh,
was
that was charity season, and that was.
Oh wait, that was charity season.
It was the guy who like cheated on people. I forget.
Oh wow, am I
Remember he
that
was
far
knitting?
off in my chronology?
You might be.
Wow.
Yeah, Xavier, that was his name.
My brain is like
It's straight blanket. It's
that
almost,
feels so
midnight
long
here,
ago.
folks.
That feels so long ago. I feel like charity season just happened. Yeah, I know you're right though. You're right.
Yeah, Xavier's on the knitting date. Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Because he was. Yeah, I guess it might be throwing you off because he was so likable. You know, like he had the nice knitting date in the hometown and it went really good, and then in the fantasy suites he threw that shit.
Yeah.
Because she had already had a problem with intimacy, and he's like, "Oh, I've cheated multiple times," and then
so he just had no shot.
Yeah, and then he also
he
actually did have a shot, and then he was like,
my gosh.
She's like, "Oh, are you ready for engagement right now?" And he's like, "I just need to see more." Basically, I need to see you naked, bro. That's basically what he was saying.
Dude, good memory. Yeah, that was one of the worst one-on-ones I've ever... Like, he just put his foot right in his mouth.
Yeah. And like, I remember, like, Charity's like, "Yeah, I'm going to have to send you home." And she's, like, walking him to the car. And then he's like, and he, like, almost didn't even realize how much he screwed up. Because then he said, like, even if you send me home right now, I'm still going to... She's like, "Oh, I am."
Yeah.
That part was pretty legendary. She's like, "Oh, I am."
Oh, I am. Yeah, that's so funny.
So.
Oh, I am.
But anyways. His hometown his hometown was really good with that. We had Devon's with the run. Only a mile, too. Bro, how is homie sweating so much only after 1 mile? And he says
wow, I missed that part. I didn't realize it was a mile.
Yeah, they said just like, "Oh, we're just going to do like a mile loop around."
Dude,
because that was
Houston. It is Houston.
Oh, true. It's humid, probably.
But he's definitely a sweater, though.
Call. Yeah, I guess that was the thing. It's like he says he does the club every week, but he even said something like he runs every day or something.
Right.
And I was like, man, a mile run, if you're running every day, shouldn't get you this sweating. But I mean, I don't know.
Also, Jen said she liked running too, so I was like, that's cool.
And I did think
that's
it was
great.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a perfect date that she already ran. It wouldn't be a perfect date if she didn't ran, but I was like, you know what? If it's only a mile, I think that's fine. I think like most people,
that
are kind of fit can probably run a mile pretty chilly, Plus they were like mad jogging, but yeah, no, I thought it was perfect. And then the dog thing that actually reminded me. Yeah, I almost said like the exact same thing to Maddie actually, when like we were first dating. Like we went back to Hemet and stuff, and I was like, "Now it's time for you to meet the only other woman that you'll ever have to compete with," and it was Kona or whatever.
Nice.
Rest in power, Kona. But
yeah.
But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, that day went really well though. And then, okay, this is another good segue to this observation. So we had that amazing one-on-one with Devin, and it ended with he was kind of scared to tell her he loved her, but his family also got the A+ check mark. They told him, "Hey, even though you're scared, if you want a shot, you just gotta tell her how you feel." And so he walks out on the front porch and he's like, "I don't even care anymore. Jen, I love you." He just went full out. He went
full in.
All the way. He went the distance. Said, "I love you." And then, next 3 one-on-ones, what are with these weak-ass proclamations?
Yeah.
I'm falling for you. I'm falling for you. I'm falling for you. Although I give Marcus, that was huge for Marcus. But the other two, I feel like you could have gotten one more level up. I'm falling in love with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, it's tough.
But also, I have to laugh at myself, though, for, like, that I'm so into this ridiculous show that I, like, so expect certain words at certain points.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
funny.
At hometowns, you better be saying, like, the L word in some form.
That's
just ridiculous. So
Yeah, I feel like we'll probably start seeing the actual fall in love next week. But yeah, man, I don't know about Marcus though.
Oof.
Dude, you know what I asked Maddie this, and let me ask you this, Quinn. You know, the Bachelor, Bachelorette success rate, not the greatest. Not the greatest. Now,
down there.
imagine this. Imagine for every guy that Jen had, in another like alternate universe, she like finds that person in the real world. What is the chances that she marries any of those guys in any of those dimensions or any of those realities? If that makes sense. Like, how successful could the show be if it wasn't through this process, but they had like the guys?
The process.
You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing about Marcus. Marcus is not cut out for this process, really.
Yeah, totally.
Obviously not a bad thing. But, dude, yeah, like, those words mean a lot to him. And homie's been through, and, you know, Jen, love you, Jen, but you can't keep hitting them when she's like, yeah, Marcus has been through a lot, and I've been through a lot, too. It's like, apples and oranges.
That's so funny.
But anyways, I feel like there's just a better way to say it than to like, the dude who almost died of a grenade and literally his parents dropped him off at foster care and never came back to say, oh yeah, I've had troubles too. It's just, I don't know, it just kind of
has 0 parents and 1 grenade. Jen has 0 grenades and 1 parent.
1 parent, yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, like the dude literally for a hometown and his family is just his like friends and his sister. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, what a guy.
Oh, also his friend. What? What? Did you get? So I was like, what?
Yeah, he was.
And
funny.
I didn't realize you could say what with your neck. What? He went at one point. He went. I don't know. Me and Zoe were laughing about that. But yeah, honestly though, his sister is the reason he made that. His sister's the reason he got the rose, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, Jeremy wasn't that far behind. I think he was in. If someone else had flopped, Jeremy would have got it.
True.
It wasn't like Jeremy was doing terrible. He wasn't doing bad. He just wasn't doing as good.
Yeah.
So if Marcus had flopped out, Jeremy would have got it. And the sister clutched it out in 2 ways. One, the sister told Jen, like, hey, you know, I've never seen that smile on his face. Or at least not in a long time. Mm-hmm. So that made Jen feel really special. And, like, do you see that hug they get? I was like, damn, that's a hug. That's a good... That's like
good
a
hug.
Comforting hug right there.
Yeah.
And then... Also, she told Marcus, like, basically, you got to put your heart out there or else it's not going to work. So she clutched it out. And, yeah. So then Marcus actually survived.
Yeah.
But then, anyways.
Marcus. Do you think he's going home next episode?
Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't. It's probably next episode. Because I don't... I'll bring in a preview just because it's on my mind, but they've been teasing that preview a little bit of him saying, I'm just not there yet. And this last preview, though, was even more... And I don't think they were being sneaky about it. Like, and I can't believe that if what they are showing is to be believed, Jen went first and said, I'm falling in love with you.
Yes.
The lead rarely goes first on that front, you know?
Yes.
Because you want to see how the other guys are feeling.
Yes.
So she went first, maybe hoping to open him up a little bit, and he just was like, nope. Damn. He said, no, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
So, oof.
I guess that happens next episode.
It must.
Okay, because there's also that preview. Yeah. Dude, it might be Jonathan. like Jonathan might win. And you've been saying like they might be suppressing their connection and stuff.
They could be snoozing him.
Okay, does Jonathan also remind you of your old roommate, Jonathan?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Like
just a little bit.
Yeah, a little. Anyways, I just had that. I've been meaning to ask you that. But anyways,
I never made that connection, but yeah.
It's also like they're the same and they kind of look similar and like kind of vibe similar. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made the connection if they weren't the same.
Yeah, they didn't have the same name. Hey, that's a huge part of it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I feel like
they could be snoozing him.
Because they show that one preview of Jen being like, I'm not going to let you propose to me or something like that. And I don't think she'd say that to anybody besides Devin somehow.
Yeah.
So
also, to add to the theory of like why they might be snoozing Jonathan. So, first off, when you think about everything we've seen of him, there's like nothing wrong, really. All we have is kind of just a lack of information with respect to like Devin or Marcus.
Yes.
But there's like nothing wrong with him. That's a key red flag for
suppression, yeah.
And yeah, his hometown was like flawless. And what else? Yeah, and also he's really like emotionally intelligent when it comes to like the way he kind of gave Sam N a reality check.
Oh, that was so cool.
So funny, but he was so nice about it. Yeah, I can't believe that. But like normally they like overwhelming majority of the time people are like too mean when they're calling people out. But he was so nice. He's like, hey, I'm happy you're confident, but you gotta tone it down a little bit. What do you want me to say? Dude, honestly, nothing. Say less. Walks out.
That was so fire.
Oh yeah.
But dude, one thing I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, so anyways, Orquads. This week, so this coming up week, it's a back-to-back. It's a doubleheader. So Monday night, Tuesday night. So I'll be extra batch to watch. And I think it's like the Fantasy Suites followed up by the Men Tell All. I think.
It's probably Men Tell All first, right?
But here's my theory.
They want to make you
why
wait.
It maybe might be something than the Men Tell All is, dude. And I mean, dude, don't they need Devin for the Men Tell All? If Devin's gone, who's going to argue with Sam N? Who's going to argue with Thomas N? Or Sam M? Who's going to, like...
Yeah. That's
so
interesting. That would be the main argument there.
I could see somehow production knowing, like, dude,
but
Devin's too
but pretty
good.
sure, though, Devin's not getting sent home.
But see, here, I'm just going to go on a crazy
Okay, yeah. Go crazy.
I think there's a chance Devin goes home during the Fantasy Suites, and somehow production, like, because dude, remember he's low-key insecure about him saying
Definitely.
like, she loves anybody else. They might make him go last. Production might be seeing like
they're on
years ahead.
They're on the fifth dimension.
Yeah. Dude, like they're probably like in their rooms and they're talking all about this. Yeah. And they know that, like, dude, if we don't have Devin at the Men Tell All, what's it gonna be? Like, we had a pretty good drama season thus far. And if he's not there, what do we have besides Sam N? Like, I feel like they don't have much. So keep that in mind. Remember, okay, just Devin being at the Men Tell All makes the Men Tell All be like a lot more entertaining.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Keep that in mind. He's already crumbling. I wonder if production might just like maybe sprinkle in.
Give him a little push.
Yeah, give him a push of the insecurity. Maybe make him go last. Maybe like make him be like, oh, yeah, she's probably sleeping with other guys. It reminds me of like when Clayton.
Yeah,
they're like,
Susie.
oh, feel free to say I love you, and you could totally sleep with them and stuff.
And especially, you should save your favorite one for last.
Save your favorite one for last.
Oh gosh.
So
production is evil.
So yeah, because like that was the thing they wanted. Yeah, they wanted Susie to be the Bachelorette, so like they did that on purpose for Clayton's accusations, which I believe, because like we said, production thinks. So I'm wondering if like, yeah, maybe that's an angle they're trying to do.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Or what was one of the dirtier ones they did recently that thankfully it didn't work, but they sent in. They sent in one of the Golden Bachelor ladies
that was
to
horrible.
each. And who did they send to Kelsey?
They
What's
sent
her
the
name
one
again?
that lost. I forget her name.
Yeah, the second place. How am I forgetting her name? But
I forget.
But you know, she was obviously the most salty because she got second place.
Yeah.
She was so salty about it. And then her advice was like, well, never be too sure.
Leslie,
nice. He's like, or she said like, I was really confident and I got sent home. And it's like,
yep,
yeah, send that to the girl who's like,
dude,
you know,
who's the
worried
front
and
runner?
crumbling.
Because at the time, like, there's that they showed that one thing production did. It was like the fantasy suites because they brought Leslie in during the final week, you know, where it was just Daisy and Kelsey. And remember, like, they did a really sneaky thing production did is like when they go to the rose ceremony, he's like Daisy and he calls her what you think first, and then you give her the rose, and then he calls Kelsey as the last one and he gives Kelsey the rose, and you can see there's another rose on the table. So production switched it on purpose because almost always.
Oh yeah.
So like, and apparently like I think Joey and Kelsey like went on some podcast talking about it, but they like had a lot more like stuff they didn't show that like totally showed Kelsey was the front runner. So of course they sent Leslie in, like, who literally was the front runner, or as we thought, and like, failed just to frick her up.
Totally.
Yeah, what horrible advice Kelsey gave though, man. Like, I know she's heartbroken and that sucks. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, she gave Kelsey horrible advice.
I bet Kelsey looks back and was like, yeah, that was some pretty horrible advice.
Yeah, that's evil. That's pure evil production.
Yeah. Especially since she won. Since Kelsey won, you know. They're like, yeah, that was Leslie was like, yeah, that was probably some really terrible advice I gave. Because that's the whole thing. Is you literally just got to dive in and get your heart broken, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. A good way to think of this production conundrum is they always try to make it seem more even than it is.
True.
So you can never believe them.
True.
So I came up with an expression for this last night. It was like, they always want you to think it's a horse race, but a lot of times it's a landslide. And yeah,
a photo finish. Yeah.
They like adjust the camera angle. Oh, if we go back here, it looks. Oh, look, they're crossing the line at the same time.
True. That's funny.
But yeah, people have come out on podcasts. I can't remember who. Kelsey and Joey's a good example. But they say on podcasts way after the fact, way after their contracts are up, and they say like, yeah, he told me like earlier on that I was the one, or just like stuff like that, where they were pretty sure, like say at hometowns or something, who it was gonna be. Like,
for Joey, there was the reason like he wrote all those like letters to her or something. I don't know if you caught, if
that sounds familiar.
Clip. Yeah, Joey like wrote all these like handwritten letters, just how much he cares about her and like loves her and stuff. And then, like, basically saying, like, yeah, you're the one, without saying it. And they didn't show, and, like, he gave that to her after the, you know, your last one-on-one and stuff. But they didn't show that because, of course, it'd be too obvious. Yeah. That was the thing, like, when Daisy came in to her room, remember, like, Kelsey was, like, putting away papers? Those were them.
Oh, frick, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Which is funny.
What part?
Whoa, yeah.
Gary!
I don't know who this is going to be.
I was just watching the sports channel.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a very similar situation. Remember Daisy was like, "Oh, I'm just feeling like, how did yours go?" And Kelsey's like, I just got the reassurance and it felt good. And Daisy's like, "Damn, I didn't get that." That was kind of how Marcus was like, "Yeah, man, I just like feel like I didn't put it all on the table." And Devin's like, "Yeah, man, I put it all on the table. I don't, it's all just like, damn."
Yeah, it's a good connection, honestly.
So yeah, I feel like Devin's a front runner, but I feel like Devin might botch it somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just doing some Devin stuff. Or production.
Production feat.
Because
Devin.
why don't... I don't know, Quinn. Why don't I love Devin? Let's just get into it. Why don't I love him?
Why
Obviously,
don't you love him?
He had the best group date, or the date idea, by far. The run, super sick.
Yeah.
I feel like he does everything I would want a lead or a run person to do. Just have fun, make moments, put the impression on her. But why don't I like him? I have no idea. I cannot put my finger on it.
Let's clarify here. Do you not love him, or do you not like him?
I guess.
Or are you neutral? Are you dislike, neutral?
I see what you're saying.
Like,
maybe just
where
like,
are you at on the spectrum?
Okay, so like on the spectrum, right? Basically middle, and then the smallest little smidge off to the dislike.
Really? Okay,
So like,
okay.
not anything big, but just the smallest little smidge to the dislike. And I can't even explain why.
Interesting.
I would even almost say that he's probably the best for Jen. Yeah. And he's been doing it all the best. He's been doing everything perfectly.
But he's not the best for you.
What? Yeah, exactly. I just don't know what about it with him. I just don't. I think Brandon said it best. He just kind of bugs you somehow.
Just kind of bugs you. Goes
That's
about it
what
like an asshole.
Brandon was saying, yeah.
Like a
He's just like,
jackass.
exactly. He just kind of bugs you somehow. But I feel like if somehow I liked him more in the beginning, like if somehow I chose him as this is my guy in the beginning, I would maybe be more down for him.
Yeah. I'll say...
But I just can't explain it.
To kind of go with you there, I'll go with you and then I'll go against you. So, I mean, I'd say this whole season is pretty weak contestant-wise. I'm not going to lie. Like, there's no one that I love. There's no one that I love. Like...
You don't love Jonathan? He's the closest.
He's the close. See, there's nothing to hate about him, but it's like production hasn't given me a reason to love him, right?
That's true.
Like, I've only seen good things, but it just hasn't been like a ton of good things. You know, I haven't seen. So I don't know. I just had maybe that's them trying to suppress him. So I could love Jonathan, but I just haven't had the time to open up. So. But like other seasons, like, dude, I love Daisy. I pretty much love Kelsey.
I did too, yeah.
And like even
Dotton,
if you rewind to other,
Dotton,
yeah,
bro.
I love Dotton. I love Joey.
Love Joey.
Like I was loving these people. There's no one even close on this season.
That's true.
Who captured my heart.
That's true.
So it's kind of a weak season, like contestant wise.
I can
I said that night one, dude. I was like, what is with these weak? Yeah, roll the clip. Although I was saying it slightly differently. I was saying like that we had a confidence crisis this season because of all these Gen Zers. You know, like they're just there's no backbones on this season. But anyways, I've kind of I don't know if that was a good analysis, but all I will say is I just have not fallen in love with any of these guys.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like there's no one I'm like, yeah, I want them to win. But yeah, I think I do kind of like Devin. For me, he's slightly on the like. I like him.
More than a smidge of like, though?
More than a smidge of like.
Okay.
But I think a couple things that rubbed me the wrong way is he did feel the need to get the last word in whenever there's a Sam M situation going on, and
But see, that's what I liked. I honestly, for me,
Yeah.
I do not understand. Because I was fully on his side with the Sam situation.
It wasn't the fact that he was getting the last word in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's more just like, it was such a petty
Yeah.
way to do it. Like, and the last word he would get in would be so stupid, honestly. It'd just be like, yep, and we'll just see who she's gonna pick.
Let's see who
it
it
was
is.
like, dude, there's no substance there. Like, you're not saying anything at all. Like, you're literally just getting the last word in, bro.
Yeah. But no, that makes sense.
Weirdly though, I'll say, just to try and answer your original question, why don't you like him? Why don't you like this guy? I somehow sense what you're getting at, though. Like, there's just something about his vibe, and I just can't put a word on it.
Yeah.
But I know I smelling what you're stepping in.
Yeah. I think, like...
I don't know if is it a confidence? Like, he's got this weird...
I don't know what it is. But yeah, like, Jeremy, I like Jeremy, but Jeremy had, like, all the traits of that, like, cocky confidence that you don't like. But somehow with him, it was a little bit more charming, charismatic. Also, it was just hilarious that he was, like, he went in that rose ceremony, and, like, and I was pretty sure he was going home.
Yeah.
And he was just like, what a beautiful night for heartbreak. And then he said, like, and then also he said something like, yeah, like, I'm super confident right now. It might be delusion, but I don't know. I feel super confident. And I was that cracked me up.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about Devin. Like, honestly, in the middle of this talk, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe he's a smidge on the, like, he teeters so much in the middle. Like, on the hour, it's like he goes to smidge on the dislike, smidge on the not like.
Yeah. All within one episode.
All within one episode. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know what it is. But, I mean, oh well.
I think, okay, how's this sound? And this is maybe what rubs me the wrong way. He's, like, definitely insecure about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we're all insecure about certain things. But it's all about how you wear those insecurities. And I feel like he really tries to cover him up with confidence. That's, like, fake confidence.
Yes.
And I think that's just take one. Hot take. But that is maybe what rubs me the wrong way. Like, if you're going to be insecure, just be open. Be insecure about stuff.
Yeah.
Or if you're, you know, if you're going to be confident about something, I hope it's real. Like, you know, it's good to be confident about things.
For me...
Or, you know, even false confidence, like Jeremy. Like, he's actually confident. And I like that.
Yes,
like,
true.
Even if it's... And I love the... He's like, oh, I'm delusional.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Exactly.
But I think Devin... And I'm not talking about confidence in the relationship, because he is, like, probably leading at that. But just, like, it's something about just his overall vibe. I think he's insecure and tries to cover it up with, like, fake confidence, and that just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
That'd be my take at maybe why he rubs you the wrong way.
I feel like it also could be, like... I feel like I've gotten this before. Like, when it starts coming down to the end, I start getting, like, more nitpicky on, like, who I want. And I find, like, reasons why not to like the other person. Because I... Oh. Yeah, I'll wait for you.
Hold up. Alright, we back.
So how much of that did you catch?
Not much.
Okay. Basically what I was saying is, like, when you get down to the end...
Oh, you get nitpicky. Yeah,
you get a little more nitpicky. Like, I remember in Zach's season... This is where we differed. You really wanted,
Oh, yeah.
Shit, I forget her name. Gabby. And I wanted Katie. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like, at the end, you know, I liked Gabby the whole time. But near the end, I was like, Gabby, such a whiner, you know?
Such a whiner.
And I, like, found reasons not to like her. But then, like, after she lost, and I was like, damn. You know, like, you just, like, it comes all back to you that, like, oh, my God. You're reminded of all the things that you liked about him in the beginning. So
yeah, and there really wasn't a reason to dislike them.
Yeah, exactly.
I was the exact opposite. Yeah, I
yes.
found all these reasons to dislike Katie. I literally can remember my mindset of just having this. I was like, I just don't like her vibe. Like,
exactly.
she's just so awkward.
Yeah.
And I really like
Dude,
Gabby's
what have we just
vibe.
been saying now? We just don't like his vibe.
Yeah. I just don't like his vibe.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't like when he ticks.
Dude,
But-
see, he's got these big. Just let me tick, bro.
Like,
just let
what
me
a
tick.
banger. What a
Let
banger.
Me tick. What an
Yeah.
absolute banger.
But the funny thing I'll say about Zach is, like, after the fact, though, when I was kind of like looking at all the pieces after everything fell down, I was like, damn, I gotta admit, Katie is, like, once the haze wore off, I was like, damn, Katie is the better option for him. And Gabby honestly was, although she got done super dirty, like, bro, he said he didn't want to do the deed, and you did it anyway. Like, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
At least Ariel respected it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so funny.
Even though she was
I don't
rude
believe
about
that
it.
for a second, by the way.
What?
She seemed like, obviously I wasn't there, and I'm watching through production's eyes, but she seemed like she wanted it bad, is all I'll say.
Oh, Ariel?
Yeah. And
Dude,
then
she was horn dogging.
So
Dude,
then for her to be like,
yeah.
if you were to ask me, I actually wanted the same thing. I was like, bullshit.
Oh, dude, what a liar. Yeah.
I was like, bullshit, bro.
Yeah, no. You could see the look on her face. She was so offended, and I was like, get out of here. Like, let this man do the right thing. Let this man actually do the right thing.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that's a move more people should take. And unfortunately, Zach made like a bad rep for it, but man, I think that's the move, dude. Like, more people should take that move and be successful at it. I think it'll cause a lot less drama.
Yeah. I feel like, the best way is probably just to not say anything, I guess. Because then if it does happen, then it's
Yeah, the best thing is just don't say any. True. Let production think that shit went down. Like,
true.
Because then production can do their, like, closing the door and put the do not disturb sign on it. Let
that in your
have
mind.
their fun.
That's true. It should be maybe a goal
Let
in your
production
mind
have their fun. Yes.
to not. But
don't set yourself up for failure.
because he literally went into it, Jesse, and Jesse's like, "You're gonna be tempted," and boy was he.
And boy was he. Yeah, the production.
Yeah.
Production actually loved that he did that.
Dude, oh my god, that we could talk about that for
Talk for hours about this
about
blunder,
that shit.
this absolute blunder.
Cause like, what was he like? Not like obviously, what was he thinking? I think we'd all relate to what he was thinking. But remember, Gabby says like, "Oh, that next in the morning, you kissed my head and said this is just between us." It's like
that's a what was he thinking moment.
And then what was he, homie, thinking? Did we ever get an answer? Because she definitely said those exact words.
Man, he had to be just thinking with
also,
his other.
Why did
head.
he tell Katie? By the way, I remember
He had to. I remember going over this with Zoe because it was like, I remember thinking that, like, bro, why did you tell Katie? This is ridiculous, dude. But if you think about it, like, he had to tell her. Because if he didn't tell her, it'd just be like this. I don't know. You just can't keep secrets like that. Which normally
engagement. That's the key. Yeah.
I feel like normally you can't like. Okay, normally it's like, hey, it's better maybe just to like leave those details out, right? But in this case, the reason why he had to be honest here is because he had already publicly said, I am not going to have sex.
Exactly.
And he already didn't do it with Ariel. And then he betrayed it with one girl. And then he I respect him, like, even though it's the hardest thing to do, and it does frickin' betray any trust he had with Gabby.
Oh, and Gab. Sorry, yeah, Gabby even more.
But he had to go public. He couldn't. If he wanted a chance with anyone but Gabby, it was kind of like, I had to disappoint one of them, like, you know. And he had to go public. He couldn't, like. Because then imagine if he didn't. I mean, for one, it's just the right thing to do, even though it's awkward as hell.
Yeah.
But imagine a world where he, like, did sleep with Gabby, kept it under wraps, but then chose Katie.
And didn't tell her until later, yeah.
Or a world where he just when him and Gabby cave to the horn dogs. Then he's like, screw it, I'm just gonna do it with Katie as well. And then Ariel's over here just like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Even more so than she was.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that'd be actually the most hilarious world to live in. He's like, he just caves with the other, with 2 of the 3 girls. Yeah,
that's funny.
So
but yeah, that's a question though. So, oh man, we're already over an hour. Dude, we can literally just go on and on.
It's, you know what's funny is when we talk about this, like way before the Bachelor pod was created.
Yeah.
We'd maybe talk for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. But now that we just have unlimited excuse, like, we are here to talk about Batch.
Dude, like, oh my God.
Unlimited.
Because we would talk about it. I remember, like, we were both like, at least I was still in like the denial phase of how much into the show I was.
Look at us now. Look at us now.
You definitely can't deny it anymore.
Oh,
that's so funny. But I remember we would like drive back to Slow, and it was like Michelle season, and it was like, man, why don't you think Nate? It's like, man, I just don't. I think these words like literally got uttered. Like, I just don't think he's ready for an engagement. I was like, oh my.
It was like,
I think we
what
both
are we
just
doing?
Like, taken aback. We're like, what are we? And we like look at the clock and the miles, and like, bro, we've been talking about Batch.
Batch for like hours. Wow. Yeah. We've reopened that. Pandora's box.
Exactly.
Well, you know what's scary? We haven't even made that joke in like a year or two. the whole like, bro, what are we even talking about? Like,
true.
We're just full acceptance.
If you ask me that now, you're like, bro, what are we talking about? I'm like, the Batch, obviously.
Of course. Like, this is the pod.
Yeah, no.
The Lore Quad pod.
So yeah, definitely can't even hide behind the denial anymore. Yeah. But I think that's basically all we could talk about a lot this episode. The super brief recap. 4 hometowns. 2 went really good. 2 went kind of all right. One of the all right ones got sent home. Boom. TLDR.
So let me go through my notes here.
Yeah, anything you want to talk about?
Just this is like rapid fire, just random things that I didn't say. Dude, Jeremy's sister, screw her, dude. Worst attitude I've ever seen from a family member.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather have a mob dad threatening to kill me than her freaking passive aggressive ass. Like, you got some walls up, my guy. Oh my gosh, dude. Like, she literally just wanted the relationship to crumble.
Yeah.
And was looking for any reason to just exploit it. And the second Jen mentioned the tiniest thing, like, oh, he's got some walls up, I think. She's like, oh, perfect.
Yeah, and then
I
she's
was like, dude, screw this girl.
And I felt like Jen was clear, like, the walls were purely just, like, saying how they feel, like the in love part, you know?
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be a shocker, but yeah, she totally framed it as like, oh, Jen says you have walls up. And he's like, wait, she said that? And I was like, dude, I was like, come on. You gotta frame it better. But yeah, no, I agree. Also, yeah, the mom was like, you know, when Jen said she was talking and being the Bachelorette and she wanted her love to look like this, I was like, that is not Jeremy. I was like, damn. Because they said right away, I was like, damn, bro, this ain't going well. This ain't going well.
Yeah. Also, Jeremy did not do himself any favors by starting off with his intro story. Like, way to just double down on your worst moment.
I thought for sure. I think we talked about this on the pod, but like I thought it was like a dare. I was like almost convinced that it was like a dare and he didn't actually want to do that. But then he like doubles down and said how funny it was. I was like, what the?
So strange.
Is this guy?
And he was like bragging about it to his family.
Which, what a weird thing to brag about in front of your family, bro.
Yeah. And I will say his family reacted how I would expect. They were like, that's not funny. I was like, what? But then they just got
funny. Everybody in their right mind is like, that's
funny.
Not funny.
It's not funny. So, yeah, that was so weird. Yeah, Jeremy's a weird character, actually.
Yeah. Literally, as soon as he left, I was like, we'll see you in paradise, brother.
Yeah, I hope to see him in paradise.
Yeah,
I think he'd be good there. He'd be a perfect paradise person. So,
that's why you watch, man.
Yeah.
It's for the
That's
paradisers.
why we watched. And they starved us for a whole year, damn.
Dude, Paradise this next time is going to go so freaking hard.
Dude, with the backlog, they're going to go crazy.
Dude, they're going to send both Sams. They're going to send... Oh, no. Wait. We could maybe get more Sam N, bro. Some badass bitch energy.
Yeah. That'd be incredible. He would go, too. He would definitely go. Oh, bro. Okay, lore quads. Thinking back to episode 1. Josiah, do you remember you said, oh, I recognize Sam N?
Yes, from a Jubilee video. Did you find it?
No.
Damn.
But he is like a social media, like he's like a TikToker who makes like comedy sketches. And so I found this sketch like came across my feed. It was honestly kind of funny.
I thought you were going to say it was so bad.
It was. I actually was going to say that. It was so bad, but it wasn't the worst. I don't know. And then I started watching some of his reels, and some of them were actually pretty funny. So I actually followed him. But the one that came across my feed, on Instagram, the one that came across my feed it was like, when you go in the bathroom after your dad takes a shit. It's like so stupid, but the thing is, this video is super popular from before his time on Batch. So like he had like I don't know, millions of followers before Batch. So he's pretty popular. Pretty popular dude.
That's funny.
Also, basically he had some sketches. I'm not gonna say they were like hilarious, like Key and Peele level or anything, but he had some where I was like, okay, that's beyond like the simple minded, like I don't know, there's a lot of corny humor on shorts. Funny. But I was like, okay, he's actually got some decent humor.
I've definitely found there is a Jubilee video that he's in. Yeah. But it's not the one I've been looking for. Mark my words, lore quads, I will find it for you guys. But it is
set you on this
in the archives.
Mission again.
It is deep in the archives. I've already said, I spent hours just skimming through like all these Jubilee videos.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
You're wading through some crap.
Yeah, that's
some raw sewage.
Amen, brother. A stinking man.
Do you guys watch Jubilees in the Discord?
Oh, ever? No. Well, no. I actually did bring up that idea once. I was like, guys,
God.
Genius idea I got here.
Genius idea.
Let's like watch some let's watch some Jubilees. And then we watched a couple and they were just like really bad.
Yeah.
So
I used to, no offense, but I used to walk into the Lemon Lot. I used to walk into the Lemon Lot and it was just like Jubilee for like hours. And I was was like, bro, what is this brain rot playing all the time on Coochie TV?
Coochie's getting brain rot.
Oh my gosh.
Some of it's fire though.
There were some good ones. I'll give you that. There were some good ones.
I think that's what, like, you watch crud hoping for a glimmer of hope, a diamond in the rough, if you will say.
It's that partial positive reinforcement.
Exactly. Well, yeah. And also there was one
partial random reinforcement.
There was a couple people where we actually knew the person in the video.
That's cool.
Like, the person, Nestor, Nestor's, like, drum major.
Yeah.
The person he was, like, drum major with, I think, went on a Jubilee. It was like, oh. She's actually the thumbnail. I forget her name.
Oh, okay. I remember this. Yeah.
And then another one was, my old coworker from CCI. She went on it with, like, a Kid Leroy one. And yeah, it's just kind of wild seeing, like, people on these Jubilee videos. It's like, whoa. Yeah. But
the thing that always got me though is, like, I remember one time you guys are like, sometimes you guys would be like, Quinn, you gotta watch this one. Like, it's you just gotta watch this one, because it'd be like find the real Kanye fan, or identify the fake Kanye fan.
Yes. And
I'm like, okay, like, let's go. I'm down for this. And then they all try and out each other by, their knowledge. They explore, like, the depth of their Kanye knowledge. And then the frickin' girl at the end, who is the fake Kanye fan, she's like, oh, I used to be a Kanye fan until recently. I'm like, bruh, that's not even the point of this. Anyway, I was like, sometimes the payoff was so disappointing.
Yeah, because I feel like they would do that kind of stuff to, like, have you hide in. Like, one of them will be like, 6 Mormons and 1 non-Mormon. And it's like, the person was Mormon up until, like, a couple years ago.
Right.
And so they can, like, perfectly blend in or whatever.
Yeah. And to give it to him, you actually couldn't make the video if you actually had a fake Mormon or a fake Kanye fan. Because, like, they'd be outed in, like, 2 seconds. Like,
what's
name
your
favorite
album?
Kanye song. Yeah, it just wouldn't. It wouldn't work. So I don't know. I see it.
But anyways,
haven't they had some, like, really crazy ones where it's like, I've seen, like, memes of some of, like, their craziest.
Yeah, they're definitely
premises.
I'm kind of blanking right now.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm trying to... The gold at the lemon lot, I don't know. We would, like... one was, like, 5 gamers and 1 secret non-gamer. I remember that was the one because, we all played games. But, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I remember watching that one.
Yeah. Anyway, wow, we got...
Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to get this longer. So, I do have one more note here. It's technically nothing new, but this episode, as we're really getting to, like, know these guys better, I keep thinking, I'm like, oh, damn, they're giving Jonathan, like, the Bachelor edit.
Oh.
Or they're giving Devin the Bachelor edit. Because you see him with a family, and you're like, damn, they're so ready for this. They're so ready for this. And that's the classic, I'm the next Bachelor edit. And then I just keep thinking, Grant who?
Yeah.
I don't even know this guy. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I literally don't even know Grant.
I was,
so
that's hilarious to say
weird.
that. Because I was saying, like, I think, when we were watching The Bachelor yesterday or whatever with Maddie, I was like, oh, yeah, and we already know our next Bachelor. She's like, wait, who? And I was like, Grant. She's like, I've never heard that man in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yes, you have. I was like, I guarantee you. But, yeah, I don't even remember his one-on-one date, what he did.
I literally don't remember his one-on-one. It was that forgettable.
Was it a plane ride? No.
I don't know.
That's crazy, actually.
Like, it's just... I feel like the Great Thursday just forgot all the... Great Thursday forgot about Grant. Didn't implant any of the memories. Yeah, so I'm a little bummed that I don't know this guy. Like,
Grant
dude, I'd rather
Ellis.
be Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jonathan would be dope.
Yes. I feel like he would do a really good job, too.
Yeah, dude, he would do such a good job with all his, like, he would call out the BS.
Yeah, he'd call it
I
the
always
BS.
love those leads.
Yes.
So, anyways, that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up some of his one-on-one. I just can't find it.
Well, no, the internet forgot. No one cares.
Damn.
He was the same week as Jonathan.
Oh. Yeah.
Man.
Oh, well. Oh. Yes, they went horseback riding. Yeah, I remember, like... Oh, yeah, and it was, like, raining on them and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I actually do... I think I, like, actually fell asleep. Oh. Is this the episode where we watched it together? No.
Then I'd understand why I forgot.
No, but I think I, like, kind of fell asleep during this part again.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mentally fell asleep.
Yeah, exactly. But... Alright. Well, that's all I got. That's all he's got. And that's hopefully all you got as far as patience for the watching this Lore Quads.
As far as patience, Lore Quads. Thank you, Lore Quads. Don't go watching Jubilee.
Yeah, that's the moral.
Or actually go find Sam N. That's your mission.
Yes.
Once
actually,
again.
Find Sam N.
Please find Sam N for us.
And then... True, so I don't have to watch more hours and hours of Jubilee. We can divide and conquer.
Yeah. That will allow us to spend more time next week talking about Bachelor.
Yeah. I forget what he was in, but he was something. Maybe, I need to start looking again, because I think maybe it might have resurfaced again.
True, they would resurface.
Yeah. All right, Lore Quads.
Peace.
Peace out. Have a good night.
Bye.